All right, guys, welcome to the first installment of Twins Talk. I legitimately just did an intro for this, and I accidentally called it Timberwolves Talk. So yeah, this is new. This is Twins Talk. This is a
Twins talk.
whole new, honestly, side of us, side of Minnesota sports. It'll be new
It's a
addition to the
good side of
podcast.
Minnesota
It's gonna
sports.
be one of the few. I mean, can you call it like we're a good team, but we don't win in the playoffs. We've lost 18 straight playoff games. So can we really call ourselves a good team?
Yeah, we're going for a playoff win streak is the goal this year. We want one playoff win. That's all we want.
One playoff win, I think, is definitely essential to us staying sane as Minnesota sports fans. Well, you're a Vikings fan, so you don't have a championship there. We're Timberwolves fans. We don't have a championship there. Twins are the only ones that really have a championship in Minnesota. So I don't know. They're kind of like they're on the top of the pyramid for the hierarchy of sports teams.
Well,
I feel like,
besides the Lynx, obviously.
True. You can't forget about the Lynx. So going into this, Peyton, how much knowledge do you have of the Twins? What's your background? What's your story? How are you a Twins fan?
All right, yeah. So I think this is essential because there's a lot of you tuning in right now that might not know a lot about the Twins. You're not everyone tuning in is a Chris. Like there's not many diehard Twins fans out there. So my story is, I mean, I grew up in the Metrodome. I went to 2 or 3 games a year with my dad. Loved it. Huge on the Mauer, Morneau, Jason Bartlett,
Kadire,
Kadire,
Kubel,
Nick Punto, Alexi Casilla, Luis Castillo,
all of them.
Yeah, all of them. That
Johan.
I was a huge Twins fan. Like I was one of the biggest Twins fans there was. And then because I played baseball. So then I kind of fell out of love with baseball, hated the sport, despised it because it wasn't nice to me. I hit like 200 over my career as a baseball player. So I wanted nothing to do with it. So I completely stopped watching the Twins. And that's kind of where I'm at. I went from being a diehard Twins fan to being someone who, you know what? I didn't watch a single game last year.
Yeah, and I think the beauty of this though is like, guys, when we started, a lot of you were probably tuning in from Timberwolves Talk, but when we first started that, I guess I was a little bit more into it than Payne, but we both weren't like as big of Timberwolves fans as we were kids, and now we're diehard Timberwolves fans.
Yeah,
We care about them. We follow them so much, and the Twins are probably the team besides the Bears that I follow the most. And I played baseball growing up. That was my main sport. So I followed this team a lot, and I know a lot about them this season, a lot about them in the past. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun getting back into just talking about them a ton because it's going to be a good experience. It's going to be like the start of Timberwolves Talk again.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I can't wait to look back at this and then where we're going to be at the end of the season and just see the growth. And kind of what I want to. Where do you see Twins Talk going? It's every single time I say Twins Talk, I have to catch myself because I almost say Timberwolves Talk. But
yeah, I do too. But I see it going the whole. I mean, baseball ends in October. I think it's a lofty goal, but I don't see any reason if you guys really like that we do this and you guys like the content that Twins Talk is putting out, I would love to do it until the end of the season. I think we'll be in the postseason again. I think we'll win the AL Central again for the 3rd time in a row, and hopefully have some postseason content because that would be new. We're not going to be able to cover postseason content for the Timberwolves because there's not going to be a postseason for us, but for the Twins, we'll be able to. And
dude, that's
hopefully it's kind of like the Timberwolves where they didn't win a playoff game since 2004. The Twins haven't won a playoff game since 2004. They've lost 18 straight playoff games. So maybe Basshole is what comes in and breaks the curse.
Yeah, and like once we do make the playoffs, which I know we will, and I think we're going to go super hard. We're going to do a breakdown of every single playoff game. I think we can. That's kind of where I want to see it. So a reaction of every single game. I think that'd be a very easy goal to do.
Yes. So like we're talking about it right now, but like you guys see, we have a lot of ideas for this. We think this can become even more successful than Timberwolves Talk because the Twins are a great team. They're probably a top 5 team in the MLB, and there's a lot to do. There's a lot to talk about. And there's a lot to be excited about when you have a good team. So there's a lot of content we can put out. So just like the Timberwolves Talks, we want your guys' suggestions for, what you want us to do. We just started quizzes on the other podcast. So if you guys have quizzes you want to send us, challenges, anything Twins, we'd love to pick up. And we'll talk about some games later in this. We'll talk about the Milwaukee series and the Tigers game yesterday later in the podcast. But I guess right now, while new people are tuning in, they kind of want to know a little bit about us, I guess, about what we do, because I'm sure there's going to be new people watching this that like the Twins. But yeah, we kind of just we we we're an interesting channel. We kind of started last year doing a lot of outdoors and fishing stuff, but we wanted to transition into doing podcasts because of COVID. So we were both Timberwolves fans and just wanted to, have something to talk about. So we started Timberwolves Talk, and it was pretty successful. And now that spring's coming back around, we can start fishing again. So all our fishing stuff is on the Bass Hole Lifestyle channel. We'll leave that below. But if you guys are into fishing, outdoors stuff, anything in between, we have another channel that's meant directly for that. And yeah, this is where all our podcasts are. So yeah, thank you for being here.
Yeah, every new viewer, man, we appreciate you. Hey, if you like the content, you want to see some more Twins talk at least once a week, just hit the subscribe button, maybe leave a like, comment, and I think we should get into it. I think before we talk about any of the games, we should just kind of set a ground rule and just kind of say who our favorite Twin of all time is. Who is your favorite Twin of all time?
I was just about to say, I think that we should give some background about like our favorite Twins, our favorite memories. I would say my favorite Twin of all time is definitely Joe Mauer. There's not even a competition for me. I chose the number 7 to wear in baseball because of him. He was the longest tenured Twin since I've been alive. That he's the epitome of Twins baseball from 2000s on, and I think that stood out to me. I started playing catcher because of Joe Mauer. I wanted to be like him, so I'd definitely say he's my favorite historical Twins player, I guess you can say now. But current, I would have to go with I'd have to go with Buxton. I think Buxton's really fun and exciting to watch. I like what he brings to the outfield with the speed. I think he's the best defensive center fielder in the MLB, and I like watching him hit too now. He has a couple home runs on the season. He's finally coming around. All right,
Yeah.
up to you.
Yeah, so for me, it's a surprise, but I guess it's not a surprise anymore because we got it in the background. But my favorite Twins player of all time is Jason Bartlett. I don't know how, and he's actually number 18. Santa Claus, when he got me this jersey, he actually put the wrong number on the back. So that's how you know he's an underground Twins player. They didn't even sell his jersey. You had to make a custom one. And yeah, so Jason Marlett, I used to play shortstop, I guess, way back in the day. So I just kind of chose that the Twins shortstop would be my favorite player.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, I followed him to the Rays. I followed him to the Padres. Just a big Jason Bartlett fan. And currently,
you were a big Gomez guy too back in the day, I remember.
Gomez, yeah, Alexi Casilla, I liked him too. And Mauer, I can blame Mauer for the reason I don't play baseball anymore. Actually,
why is that?
So my dad wanted me to bat. He wanted me to throw right-handed and bat left-handed, just like Joe Mauer. So he made me bat left-handed.
And you think that's that was a disadvantage to you growing up?
I think that's why I was so bad at hitting.
Righty.
I think that's why I was so bad at hitting is because I was supposed to be a righty. So, but yeah, currently I'm not gonna lie. I don't know the team well enough to give you my favorite player. I think after watching about 10 or so games, I'll be able to find a personality of a player that I really connect with and like. But right now I can't tell you. Buxton and Cruz, obviously love those guys, but yeah, I can't give you a favorite player right now.
That's fair enough. There's a lot of younger guys coming up right now. A lot of guys that like even some of the guys who just watch the Twins every day don't know of too much. My favorite up and coming player is definitely Luis Arias. He's hitting like continued from last season. He's hitting like 340 right now. So he's exciting. He's going to be a good leadoff guy. But all right. Getting into this, what was your favorite memory of the Twins growing up?
All right, you kind of cut out a little bit there. I think the connection's a little unstable.
Favorite event, favorite memory, favorite anything that has to do with Twins.
You're cutting out a little bit. You're very frozen. You're very frozen.
All right, here we go. I think I'm back now.
I don't know if you are, man.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. Well, keep talking. Keep talking.
All right. We're having a little technical difficulties.
This happens a lot on this channel, just so you guys know. Don't
Yeah, just so you guys know, this happens a good amount. Bad college Wi-Fi.
you can't expect
Blame
anything.
me, but
All right, I think we're better. So you said,
no, you can't expect anything better.
yeah. So you said your
Favorite
favorite.
Twins memory event?
Yeah. So I think, I guess way back at the Metrodome, I got on the Jumbotron twice at the game. That was a huge thing for me. They put me on the big screen twice. I think I waved at my dad, like pointed at the camera guy, and he got me on there twice. That was huge. But gameplay, I don't remember the year, but when they played the Tigers in that one game series to get to the playoffs, that was fun.
Yeah, that was a great game. Yeah, I remember that. We hit a walk-off at like the 12th inning.
Yep.
That was definitely a good game.
I think
Good
Alexi
choice.
Casilla is the guy who scored.
I don't know. Yeah, I think he was. I think head first slide, beat the throw.
Yep.
That was a good game. You guys should look that up if you haven't seen it. I think it was 2009 game for the AL Central against the Tigers. So if there's like a 7-minute highlight video on it. I've seen it before. I'd have to say my favorite baseball memory for the Twins, honestly, is so Peyton and I grew up together, obviously, and our family's pretty close. And we had a couple other families from our school, and they every single year would buy season tickets and split them amongst each other.
Yep.
And some of the games would overlap, so we'd get to go with like a bunch of our friends and stuff. And honestly, I don't know, just like games at the Metrodome, getting balls, you really can't beat that. I think that was definitely just the 6 times a year in the Metrodome.
Yeah, for sure, man. I miss the Metrodome.
Oh, are we cutting out?
A little bit. I don't know, man. It's tough. The connection's tough, but it's not unbearable yet.
Yeah, it's the key word there.
But if we randomly cut out and start fresh, you'll know why. But it's not terrible. So yeah, I don't know, man. I've always like, it's kind of like a thing where it's like I want to come home. I want to come home and be a Twins fan again because I really miss. And I can see myself being older, living in Fort Myers and going to like spring training games and stuff like that. Like that's something that I want to be able to follow my whole life and always kind of like watch the Twins. Cause like the difference with the Twins and the Timberwolves is you can always watch the Twins because they're on basically every single night.
Yeah, definitely. And for the viewers that don't know that just tuned in, Peyton and I actually got to go to Fort Myers a couple weeks ago actually and watched a spring training game against the Pirates, and that was super cool because they had fans there obviously, and it felt a little bit normal again. A lot is the same with the team. I think Sano struck out 3 times.
I'm not even a big Twins fan, but I know that Sano strikes out a lot.
Jorge Polanco making errors. I mean, it's classic Twins, but yeah, it was great. It was great going to Fort Myers. That was like a dream for us to go there ever since we've been kids, we wanted to go there. So that's an awesome experience if you guys were ever down there.
Yeah, for sure. That was really. Oh God, really lost you there, boss.
Training game. Oh shoot.
I think it's your
good.
Yeah, we're good.
No, it's definitely my Wi-Fi. I'm just.
Oh, it's getting better. So yeah, let's get into the first series against the Brewers and kind of just break it down. I'm gonna leave most of the breaking down to you because obviously you have more knowledge than me at this moment.
Definitely. So we'll start. It was an interesting start to the game, honestly. It was Josh. So we were up first, obviously. Away team bats first. All you new baseball fans, and Josh Donaldson, our prized possession, our free agent signing from a couple years back. 4 years, $90 million. Big signing. He was a NL MVP, I think, in 2015. So he's like a new toy to play with. And last year he got hurt most of the year, like calf injury. So he's like,
you got to reword that one, man.
So yeah, we got to. He's like one of those. It's like getting D-Lo in a trade. You're getting a new fun person
toy
to
to play with. Come on, man. Oh God.
But yeah, the funny part is, so this man's hurt all of last year, and he comes up, rails a double into left center field, and while he's running to 2, he the old man he is pulls his hammy, and now he's on the injured list. Luckily, it's only the 10-day injured list, so it's not that big of a deal. Hopefully, he comes back soon. But yeah. I think the bigger story of that game was we were up 5-2 in the final inning, and yeah, we blew the game. Our new closer, Alex Colomb, 0.81 ERA. 12 saves last year. Good pitcher. Comes in and blows the 3-run lead. We don't. So actually, the new extra innings rule. I don't know if you've heard of this, Peyton, but they
The
just
second
implemented
run,
it last
second
year.
base. Start
Yeah,
at
and second
base.
with no outs. Yeah, and we didn't score in the top of our inning, and they have a really good reliever, Hader. But I knew from that moment on we were losing the game. I'm like, yep. We brought in Randy Dobnik. He's a funny looking guy.
He's got the mustache.
While I'm talking, you can pull up a picture of him. Yeah, Randy Dobnik. He gave up the last run. So we blew the first game against the Brewers. Not great. I have a bet with the Brewers, a Brewers fan. That's one of my friends. $5 for the series. So that was a hit. That was a hit right there. I thought I was losing $5 right away. Come back the next game. The second game's even kind of crazier. Both pitchers bring a no-hitter into the sixth inning. Buxton hits a home run, takes that pitcher out of the game, and then the controversial decision to take Barrios out of the game and bring in another pitcher.
So did Barrios not give up a single hit?
Barrios didn't give up a single hit. He almost had a perfect game into the sixth, but he hit someone. So what do you do there? It's his first start of the season. He's 84 pitches in, I think. I don't think he's getting all 9 innings at 84. Even with like perfect 10-pitch innings for the next 4 innings, I don't see it.
No, I think analytically, like baseball is big into analytics now. I think that's kind of like was the smart move, to be honest.
I think so too.
But as a pitcher, as a former pitcher, dude, that would piss me off so much.
You're throwing a no-hitter and you get taken out of the game.
Yeah, like what more do you want me to do, man? Like, come on now.
Yeah, but luckily, everything worked out. We brought in Colome again to save the game, but we were up by 2. So obviously I'm pretty worried right here. I'm not trying to lose $5. I'm not trying to have the Twins lose either. Comes in and has a good inning, 3 straight outs. So 1-1 series. And then yesterday, I think it was
Saturday.
No, it was Sunday, I think.
Sunday,
Twins just rocked the Brewers. It was a great showing for everyone. Sano had a home run. Garver had a home run. It was a great showing all around. The bats were fired up. I think Michael Pineda was on the mound. He's a big boy. He's 6'6" and about 300, I think. He's a big dog. So we took the Brewers series. And then we were 2-1. Probably should have been 3-0. And right as of now, we're playing the Tigers right now, and we kind of put a beat up on them yesterday too, 15-6.
Let me see. Let me see the score right now.
Cruz, two home runs, one of them a grand slam.
Dude, that was huge. Those are some big.
Huge.
So he hit a foul ball, right?
He hit a foul ball to right field, like bent right to the right of the post, and the next pitch he smacks a grand slam to the left.
That's crazy, man.
What's going through your head there is just crazy.
Yeah, most of
you just missed an opportunity, and now you come back and hit a home run.
Yeah, as a fan, like you're just like, come on, man, that was so close, and then he just bangs it out the next pitch.
Yep.
But most of my baseball knowledge, just another thing, comes from John Boy Media. So we were actually going to copy his name and call this Talking Twins, but we realized that we needed to have more respect for John Boy. So
yep,
Twins Talk was the way to go. So that's where most of my information comes. What a guy! You got to check him out.
Yeah, and that's getting a little bit off from the games, but baseball right now. Peyton just went over it earlier, but he said he's been out of it for a little while, and I think that's a problem with the MLB. Is it's the second biggest sport in America with TV viewership behind football, and that's mostly the older generation. Like that's older people who watch the game, and people like John Boy who bring kind of satirical breakdowns into baseball to make baseball fun again archetype are the people we need in media. If you guys haven't watched John Boy before, even if you're not a baseball fan, I guarantee you can go there and you'll laugh.
It's so funny, man. Like he just makes it fun to watch that. And another account, Baseball Doesn't Exist.
Great account too.
Those 2 accounts are the reason I'm starting to like baseball again. Like Baseball Doesn't Exist makes videos like Zach Greinke is the weirdest sports player ever, and it just like breaks it down. Or Niger Morgan is the biggest lunatic in baseball. Like they're just hilarious videos, and like that's starting to make you love the game a little bit more.
Yeah, and it's like the thing from last year too. There's a really exciting young shortstop from the Padres, Fernando Tatis. Just signed a massive contract, by the way. But it was the scenario last year where he broke an unwritten rule and smacked I think it might have been, I don't think it was a grand slam, but he hit a home run on a 3-0 count when they were up by like 10.
Yeah.
And the Texas Rangers manager just gets pissed at him. And it's like, and goes off on him in the press conference. And I'm like, that's the reason like kids don't like I want to see home, like if I was a younger kid, I'd want to see, and I didn't know the intricacies of the game and what all goes into it. I'd want to see Fernando Tatis just nailing a home run, 3-0 count, and bat flipping, celebrating.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a way for the MLB to bring like more fast-paced action like that. Like
The
something that
equivalent to
gets
a
exciting.
three-pointer. The equivalent to a three-pointer in the NBA, that needs to have, like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, the NFL kind of blew up after that. It became more pass-first league. NBA kind of got huge
Yeah.
after it became more of a three-point centered game. There's got to be something in baseball that kind of changes, that makes it more interesting for this younger generation, because they don't have the attention span to watch a 9-inning game.
See, that's the thing. I think Peyton can attest to this too, but growing up, we both, played the game our whole lives. It was our main sport for a while, and we know like all that goes into baseball. We know how hard it is to hit a curveball. We know like how hard it is to hit in an 0-2 count. We know all this type of stuff, and that's why we appreciate it and have patience to watch the game. And I get like if someone's never been in the baseball, it's really hard to just pick up and watch a game on the couch, because I wouldn't be able to do it either, I don't
No.
think. But those same people love playoff baseball. Like I have a roommate who doesn't watch baseball all season. He's a Brewers fan, and then when playoff baseball comes around, he loves it. And it's because it's more exciting, faster paced. It's more nationally televised too, is the other thing. Yeah, so I don't know. I think kids like the diving catches. Kids like the home runs. It's just it's the matter of it doesn't happen as often as stuff like slam dunks happen in the NBA,
Yeah.
or,
There needs
big hits, touchdowns.
I think there needs to be more polarizing like figures in the game, because like that's the thing you get with the NBA. You get the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, who are like sending DMs to Rappaport or whatever. Like you get that funny stuff. And the NFL, same thing. You got Mahomes, you got all these huge names. In baseball, there's not many big names. There's Tatis, like you were saying, he's going to become a huge name, but like Mike Trout does not really have much personality. Like
Yeah, and the thing is, there was a poll done a couple years ago, when Kenneth Faried was still in the league, and the poll was actually Kenneth Faried and Mike Trout have the same media popularity. Like sports fans know them the same amount. And that's sad because people really don't realize this, that aren't super into baseball. Is Mike Trout might be the greatest baseball player of all time. He's pretty much like the LeBron of the MLB right now. Maybe even besides the championships, he's accomplishing so much for his sport.
and no
And
one
people
knows.
don't know that how good Mike Trout is compared to like Babe Ruth and stuff. And it's incredible better to for so people realize that.
Yeah, we kind of lost you a little bit, but we got the gist of what you were saying here. But yeah, man, like there's just got to be a way for it to become more of a popular sport, to the point where it gets on that same level. Because football, it's going up right now, but pretty soon football is gonna go way down because less kids are playing football, and it's just kind of going in that route. So baseball is gonna have a huge opportunity here to become one of the next big sports for America. Oh gosh. We lost you there, boss. What's up with that? You coming back anytime soon, man? Well, I guess while Chris figures out his Wi-Fi, I just kind of want to break down so a fun fact here. So this is Twins talk. Chris and I in 5th grade baseball, 5th grade Catholic League baseball, we beat 2 Twins draftees in the championship game. I don't want to say their exact names, but there's Chris again. He's on here 3 times. I'm gonna kick the other guy. What the hell is going on here?
All right. Well,
All right, we're recording again. So guys, sorry about the technical difficulties there. I mean, it's gonna happen. Everyone's had Zoom, Google Meets. We all know it happens. And Chris has got that that crappy Wi-Fi, so it's gonna happen a
Yep.
little bit.
Yep. Yeah, it's if you guys are viewers from before, this is a reoccurring theme on this channel a
It's not
lot.
that bad though. It's not
With
worth not
technical
subscribing.
difficulties, but
Yeah, it's not worth not subscribing. I mean, it
no,
happened.
and this usually doesn't. It's never this bad. It is usually never this bad. We usually don't have that many issues. It's just today for some reason Wi-Fi is not working. But we're gonna keep chugging and hopefully wrap this up here soon. It's the first pot. If you guys go back and watch our first Timberwolves talk, there's a lot of kinks that had to be worked out
Yep.
too. We're just trying to work them out right now, trying to get a good blueprint for this because we really want to talk about this and make this good. So I guess yeah, I don't even know what they heard or what they didn't hear in the last part. We'll cut it out, but
Yeah, so let's go into
we
that Detroit game from yesterday. So yesterday, which was Monday the 5th, the Twins had a huge game against.
yeah.
So what did you see?
15 runs. I saw. We finally got to see Nelson Cruz DH. We didn't get to see. We only got to see him in pinch hit in Milwaukee because the National League's dumb pitchers have to hit rule. So we got to see Nelson Cruz finally have some normal at bats, and he hit 2 home runs and a single. So that was really good to see. One of them a grand slam. We put up 15 runs. Kepler was hitting. Polanco had a great game.
Bomba squad.
Yeah, it was the Bomba squad yesterday. We were doing well. It should have been 15-2. There was just a grand slam hit by the Tigers actually, by a Twins prospect that we had to let go. So that was interesting. But it was a great game yesterday. If you're tuning into this, it's actually the day after the Tuesday game, which is happening right now. It scores 1-1, I think. But yeah, there's no reason not to sweep the Tigers. They're pretty much the bottom of the AL Central right now. So I would be disappointed with anything other than a sweep.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, like the Twins are kind of like the epitome of like what's gonna start making people watch baseball more. I mean, what we just hit a ton of home runs. And
Yeah, we broke the MLB record a year ago.
And that was our downfall in the playoffs was that we could only hit home runs really, and when you're not hitting home runs and that's like the only way you score, you're gonna have problems. But it makes it's sure fun to watch when you're hitting
Definitely
a ton of home runs.
Yeah, when you're hitting that much home runs, it's crazy. I mean, it holds true though, because when you play baseball in September and October, it's cold out. The ball's not going to be flying as far. So I mean, it's harder to hit home runs in the postseason outside.
Yeah, you definitely got to find other ways to score, and I think that's kind of what the Twins need to focus on the rest of the season. And so we don't obviously with the network being like this, we don't want to keep you guys on too long.
This is a little intro episode, little introduction episode. We'll be getting more into the meat and potatoes, I guess, next episode, with some more different ideas. You know, we'll probably do some. See, baseball in itself is a little bit harder to talk about, I guess, than the Timberwolves because there's so much action always going on with trade rumors and all that stuff. So we'll try to do a lot of like quizzes and fun challenges throughout the videos, throughout the Twins talk, and
Yeah, it's definitely harder because with the NBA, you have like 2 or 3 games you have to break down max, and you can kind of get in depth. But if we were to get in depth with every game, then that would be
a lot of
talking,
games.
a lot of talking. So yeah, we got to find a good formula here to kind of make it as entertaining as possible, while also making it as informative as possible. So I think that's really going to get better as these episodes go on, and just guys.
And I think just kind of a thought off the top of my head right here too is at the beginning part of the Twins talk. If you guys leave comments on the previous video, we'll put them into the next video and respond to them.
Yeah. So let's just do that. I want to hear your guys' history as Twins fans. How long have you been a Twins fan? And are you kind of like me where you're just kind of coming back to being a Twins fan, or are you kind of like Chris where you just know everything about AA prospects and it's just kind of creepy? Like, how into it are you, and what are your hopes for the season? I mean, obviously, if we lose every single game in the postseason again, I think there's going to be riots in the streets.
Probably.
I mean, that's just unacceptable. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on the season? What is your history being a Twins fan? And leave your favorite Twins player ever below in the comments, and we'll pull them up on the screen and we'll talk about them next video. Just kind of get to know the community and build a strong foundation for who's viewing these videos and just kind of get to know you guys a little bit more. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully the Twins can pull out a win today right now against the Tigers, and we'll see you guys for sure next week.
Yeah, we'll see you.